speech, which is titled "The Power of Beliefs." Albert is working on Project 9, which is Persuade with Power from the Competent Communicator Manual. Albert is a senior student from University of Arkansas. He is intrigued in everything that is related to computers, so he's one of our fellow geeks. And he's a strong proponent for the open source movement, which is encourages people to share their ideas, their code, and welcome the critique of fellow programmers to better the software and our communities. Albert?
Tonight I have two stories to share with you. In 1989, my dad was working in a rural area in Rwanda called Kibuye. And sometime in November 1989, I was to be the first born in my family. So back then, childbirth would happen at home with help of a grandmother or maybe a midwife. So later on, when the process had started, some complications came up, and the midwives found out that they couldn't help me and help my mom. So it was very unusual today, like the men go into the delivery room. So they just called my dad in and said, they told him what was going on. And he took a fast decision of taking my mom to the hospital. But here is the catch. I mean, my dad had no car. And there was no ambulance. It was like 1989, and he couldn't take my mom given the circumstances. He couldn't take my mom on his yellow motorcycle. So the people who were there carried my mom in some kind of hammock to the nearest hospital, which was around 5 miles. And so when they reached the hospital, the doctor who was on call that night said, "Well, I'm going to try to save the mom, but I don't think I can save the child. He's probably going to die in that process." And luckily, I was able to make it alive after the long and painful Caesar section, and endured by my mom. My dad, who was not a strong believer, called me Nzayisenga. And Nzayisenga means, well, I will always pray him. And my second story happened 5 years after I was born. It was in the month of April 1994. One of the deadliest genocides that happened, started in Rwanda. In less than 100 days, 800,000 people lost their lives. So the basic math is probably between 8,000 and 10,000 people a day. So I lost parents, friends, relatives, and those atrocities. So after the genocide, my aunts worked and survived and came to look for potential survivors. And they found me sick and weak child. I had spent 3 months in smallpox, and I had all kinds of scars, I had scars of people who beat me up, and scars of people who tried to kill me for some crazy reasons. So they thought probably everything was over, but it wasn't. I started having some kind of nightmares, and I couldn't sleep. I was praying for no obvious reasons. And when they took me to the hospital for a preliminary control, they found that I had an incurable disease back then in Rwanda, which was hepatitis B. So I was 5 years old, and so my family and some other friends, raised some money and sold some of the stuff they had in order to send me to Europe and get the right treatment for me to survive. And so tonight I don't want to be too dramatic, but I escaped death for more than 3 times. But this doesn't make me the saddest person on earth. I don't think it does, and I see myself as being the happiest, among the happiest person on earth. And I don't see myself as the most unfortunate person. I see myself as the most fortunate person. So, but there is also time in my life when I lost hope and courage, and depression was probably slightly taking me. And while I was locked into the vicious circle of depression, I looked back through my life and I found out that I had been given a gift, and that gift was the gift of life. And to me, and life is not an accident. Life is not even granted. I think life is it's a privilege. And things happen for some particular reasons. I think in 1989, while my mom was on the day of my birth, I think no one would have predicted that 23 years after I'll be here speaking to you. And so I believe everyone has a destiny and a purpose in life. You can choose to be a teacher and help people understand. You can choose to be a soldier and save lives and protect people. But some people are just too afraid to believe. And tonight I want to take them, I want to remind them that, well, today happened because Martin Luther King once believed, and that another day Mahatma Gandhi also believed, and Nelson Mandela in South Africa had to believe that someday something will happen. So one of the things that I have is I believed that I can have a normal life full of love and light and happiness, and I know that in me, and no one can take it away from me. So tonight I want to ask you a question. What are your purposes in life? And what do you believe in? Thank you.